Hello, my name is Karen Hughes, and I am the Domestic Violence Clinical Services Coordinator for the Life Crisis Center, and I want to welcome you to Life Crisis Today. Summertime is a fun time. Our families love to get together and go out and explore, go to the beach, go to an amusement park, maybe even just the park, go shopping, have some fun. However, when we do have fun, we also need to think about safety. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to talk about being out and about and having fun, but also how to do it safely. And with me is Lisa Garcia, and she is one of the therapists with the Life Crisis Center. Welcome, Lisa.
Thank you.
Fun time in the summer. I know I like to have fun with my family, be out with when the kids were little or even with grandkids, having fun with them and going places. But we also need to think of safety. So when I say that to you, what does that mean for you?
Safety means lots of things. Keeping my family safe, keeping myself safe,
Right.
being safe, keeping my home safe.
Right.
So, different things. So, when planning, like you said, going out on vacation.
Yeah.
It could be vacation. It could be visiting family members or just to the store.
Right.
That how to keep us safe.
Mm-hmm.
So when going by ourselves, knowing like, okay, well, maybe checking where I'm walking, what am I doing, where's my drink, or just to the store, like maybe walking in an area where it's lit instead of dark if it's at nighttime.
Right.
But when planning, like for a vacation or visiting at the amusement park, so that we start planning ahead.
Yes.
That we start planning, like, where are we going to take? Where are we going to go? So, for example, if it's a new place where we're going to go visit, I don't know, nearby or far away. If it's a new place, that before we go, checking, like doing our research of the area where we're going to be going. Maybe the route that we're going to be taking. Doing research of places where I can talk to my family of what's around, who can help. And with that, not just safety as driving or being there, but safety for our family. And not just for me to have that in mind, but talking to my family about it before leaving the house or while we're planning.
Right.
So,
like what kind of restaurants are we going to go to? What kind of sites are we going to go see?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, those kind of things. What's around us? Maybe what's walking distance. So here we have Ocean City, that we might be familiar with Ocean City, but we might go to a different place that we're not familiar with. So even if we're familiar with Ocean City, some safety things that we can talk to our children, depending the age or beyond their age, the things that we're going to be telling them.
Right.
So, and I think I jumped ahead when thinking of safety, that even before leaving our house, if we're going to be going far away, maybe returning that same day, but we're going to be far away, that safety as maybe not posting that, or sharing that we're going to be on vacation. Because as we want to be safe, we want our home to be safe.
Right. Right.
So because we don't know who's seen our post, that we want to share with our families and with others. Hey, I am going to go out. I'm excited.
Right.
I'm excited to travel. I'm excited to go and visit family members or visit this
Posting
new place.
that I'm in the airport, that I'm about to leave to go somewhere. Yeah.
Or having all my luggage in the vehicle, like, hey, we're leaving.
Yeah.
And yes, I want to share that, but at the same time, I want to stay safe. And is that going to make my house safe?
Right.
But like those are things to think about.
Right.
That maybe just thinking, well, I'm just posting a picture and sharing it, but I don't know if that other person can share with others, or if my account is just for my friends, or if it's open to the public. So having those things in mind.
Keeping your places private too.
Yes.
Your all your social media, make them private.
Yes. So keeping that private, and even so, that's like safety for the house or home. Another thing, when we have little ones, talking to them about the risk when we separate, or hey, you stay with me, and the what ifs. What if? Asking little ones. So little ones ask, like, what if we were at the park? What if we were at the park and What if someone says, hey, will you come and help me find my puppy?
Right.
So my idea is for my child to say no because you're a stranger, or no because I don't know you, or I need to tell my mom. That's what I hope my child would say, but I'm not sure what my child would say. Or maybe I've said that to my child, but asking, hey, what if this happens?
Right.
What will you do?
So you kind of rehearse with the little ones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so rehearsing with them. So those kind of things, even before leaving, when we're there. And again, preparing for what can we do when preparing, that talking to them about who can help you. If we're at the store, we go grocery shopping. If we're at the store, if you walk away from me, who can help us?
Right.
I remember when my oldest child, got lost. We were at the mall. And I never thought that my child was going to walk away from me.
Right.
So that panicking moment, as like, where is my child? That like 2 minutes later, I found her. Or maybe a minute. I don't even know, but it felt like years.
Yes.
It felt like a long time.
Yes.
So I didn't say, hey, if you get separated from me, go to the counter. And now I know that should have been something I did, that I should have done, and I didn't do. But now I did with my little one, talking to her about it.
Yeah. Kind of like when you walk into even a new store. Okay, well, there's the cashier. If anything gets separated, you can go and talk to them as you walk in, because they might know the local Walmart because you go to the local store all the time. But you're in a new place. So pointing them out to the little ones as you're walking in. So there it is, this, because you have rehearsed at home. And then you can also point it out when you're there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also, like you just said, the local Walmart, but like when on vacation, same thing. That rehearsing. And we're just saying, hey, who do you think here will be the person that we can walk to?
Right.
Again, not the what if, but what do you think? Who do you think you could go to?
Yeah. I mentioned airport earlier, too.
Yes.
All those desks that you pass with all the attendants at the desk. Yeah. Pointing them out.
Yeah, and then we talk to our kids as, like, go to the police officer. Well, maybe there's no police officer. But at the airports, yes, there might be more police officers, or maybe they don't look like police officers.
Right.
But maybe at the store there's no police officer, so who else is a helper? Who else can I go to?
Yeah.
A mom with kids.
Yes.
Go to a mom with kids.
Yes.
Or maybe if you stay put at the place where you lost, when was the last time you saw me, just stay there.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right.
But also, maybe they walk somewhere and I walk somewhere and they don't remember where they saw me. So then going to the counter, going to that person that can help, going to that mom with kids, say, I need help. So, another thing, and this could be even if we're not on vacation, taking a picture of a child. Taking a picture of your child that morning when you're going to leave, or that afternoon where you're going grocery shopping, or visiting the boardwalk. Then I know how my child looks. So, but I'm not in that panicking moment. I might not remember what they were wearing.
Right. Probably remember yesterday's clothes, not today's clothes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, they were wearing flip-flops. I don't know what flip-flops, what color. Or they were wearing, I know they were wearing clothes, but I can't remember what color they were.
Not panicking, I can remember that.
Yes. So let's hope that nothing happens, but just in case, having a picture of your child from that day. So having a picture from your child that day, and I know, going back to my example, when my child got separated from me at the mall, that I was yelling her name out. Like I was just calling her name. And that could make a child vulnerable when someone else could go and say, hey, your mom's looking for you. Or hey, in their name.
Right.
So,
and that's not a good person.
Yeah, no.
Right.
That could be someone that could be a helper, but it could be someone that might not be a helper.
Right.
So then, instead of yelling your child's name, because maybe people are going to be listening to their child's name. So describing what they were wearing. Let's say 7-year-old female child, black pants or pink shorts, flip-flops, dark hair, blonde hair.
Mm-hmm.
So people will start looking for that description of the child
Right. Right.
and not their name.
Right. Yeah.
So something else to think about, but as safety.
Yeah.
And safety, I want to find my child, but I want my child to be safe, and I don't want someone to take that opportunity as a way to hurt my child.
Right. Right.
So always for protection.
Right. You could also put a card
Mm-hmm.
in their backpack or in their pocket or something like that, so that I know I used to have a business card, and my title was Mom on it, and it had my phone number on it, so that it was my mom card, because I was the executive mom in my business of my family. So, and that's what I could give if it were a play date to a new person that I was getting to know, or if it was getting separated, I had my mom card that I gave.
Yes, so that's a good idea. And more like if little ones don't know their phone numbers or phone numbers for their parents, that having that card for them, that is important. Like if your child can learn their phone number, or your parents' phone number, learning it. There's different ways of learning it.
I know I had a fun way. And I did it really young. I think my children were young, like 3 or 4 years old. I sang it.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Now I'm going to use the hotline number as the example.
Okay.
Okay. But it's like a beat, like getting the beat going. 410-749-4357. And we could just dance around the house, and we're kind of, they started shouting it, but that really young children love to do it. They start giggling about it, but they're singing it in a sing-song way, so they always know the phone number. Yeah.
So it's easy to remember, pairing it with something else, not just the phone number, but the song and the movement.
Right.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
So helping your child remember the phone number. Another one is that you can put your phone number on your child's arm with a Sharpie or a pen, but then on top of it, put some liquid Band-Aid.
Right.
So the liquid Band-Aid is waterproof, and it will stay there, so it will not wash off.
Right.
So your number is there.
Yeah.
So that's another way of keeping them safe, or for them to have your contact information.
Right.
So just in case if they get separated.
I know families also, I'm thinking of this one family that they like to go to Disney pretty regularly, actually. And they all wear, maybe different days, but they all have the same shirt on.
Yes.
And it's bright colors. So you can find that neon pink, neon yellow, whatever the bright color was. And the family, that's a way you can just look in a crowd. Because sometimes in a crowd, little ones are hardest, but you see that bright color.
Yeah, so that's a good idea. I've seen families with family vacation and then the last name, or just the colors, that everyone in the family is wearing the same colors.
Right.
So yes, they're easier to spot.
Yeah.
So that's another way of keeping people safe, or at least being able to put your eye on them.
Right.
Or they were walking, and then all of a sudden, I was looking at something. Oh, where's my people? Where's my family?
Yeah.
That, okay, well, I'm gonna look for the colors. Another way of checking to see where your child is, or a family member. It doesn't even have to be a child. It could be some people. I don't know. Some people can have, if children or the adults. Some children, little ones, have phones. Some don't, or teenagers. So then there's apps, like a family app, that you can have.
Doesn't Apple have a family app?
Yes, so Apple has, you can have your family share, your location, and where it says track my, where you can track your phone, but you can track see the location of your family once you have that family circle. That if they have Apple phones, they can do that. There's also other apps that you can have on your phone, and everyone said it, and it's as a family that you can see where your family is. And I know for different reasons, if parents don't want their children to have phones, that they can have. I found, while doing research for this, I found there is a phone, and there's probably more companies, but I just found one that it looks like a smartphone.
Okay.
But it doesn't have any social media, it doesn't have internet, it doesn't have any of the things that I hear lots of parents say, I don't give a phone to my child because of this reasons.
Right.
To protect them, again, to protect them.
Right.
So that looks like a smartphone. It's touchscreen, it's a smartphone, but it can make phone calls and text messages. And you can set the people that you want to let them call. And I think it was like up to 25 contacts, but it has a tracker.
Oh, okay.
So you can track where your child is.
Yeah.
Just in case if you get separated from your
Right.
child.
Right.
And also there's another one in the same company. They have a watch. The watch can make phone calls if needed, like, hey, mom or dad or sister or brother, grandma, caregiver.
Right.
But that can also send text messages. Maybe the child's not even able to text, but maybe they can click on a picture or on a name, like knowing this is mommy.
I was going to talk about pictures. That I know I like to have my little a picture by the person so that comes up and I don't even have to read. I just see I see their face, like, oh, that's so and so, and so a young child may not be reading but could see the picture and know that it's mom or grandma or
So being able to call, and also being able to see where they're at.
Right.
And that's another way of being able to see where your child's at.
We've been talking about little guys, but I'm thinking the middle schoolers and the teenagers, they want a little bit more independence.
Oh, yes, they do. Yes, they do.
But we need to still keep them safe, too. And I'm even thinking, like, when I've been with my adult children, that we're in public and like, we want to meet up or something like that, trying to find them. I thought they were just right here, but where did they go? I turned the corner or they turned the corner. I'm not sure what happened. And just finding them. So we've talked about the family locator, we've talked about, yes, they can text, but I don't know about your older people, they don't text back. Like, it's irritating, but at the same time, we need to figure out, or how can we meet up,
So yeah, having that conversation, like, hey, I'm concerned when we're gonna go on vacation or to this amusement park, that other times when I've called you or when I've texted you, you don't answer. So what's the plan? So if it's that I'm gonna be checking my family locator, or I'm gonna be asking you to send a pin of your location, or well, if you don't call back, just send a text.
Right.
But it could be that, having that conversation. I was like, I know you want your independence. I don't want to give you that, but at the same time, I want to make sure that you're okay.
Right. Because I've actually been in a hotel where the fire alarm went off.
Fire alarm.
2 in the morning, the fire alarm goes off. Or it was even in the evening one time. And if I had a teenager who was still out, maybe they were at the pool where they were doing something, but they weren't in the room, and the alarm's going off, I want to know where my people are. So how that they locating them or getting up with them or making sure that we've had those conversations. Yeah.
And right now, like, you made me think of something when you said, like, being in a hotel when the alarm goes off. So when getting to a hotel or when getting to the place where we're going to be staying, that looking for a place just in case if there's a fire alarm and we're separated, where is going to be our family meeting place?
Right. Even in an amusement park.
Yes.
Yes, they can go off, especially the older teens. They can go off and go on that ride, but I'm going to take the younger siblings somewhere else, but we're going to meet here. Yeah.
Yes. So having that, talking to them about it. And also with teenagers, not just like to find their location, but also talking to them about when we are on vacation or we're, I don't know, vacation or just going to the boardwalk or just having fun at the beach. that being careful with what they share, because as an adult, you might think like, oh, this person's wanting to have conversation with me, asking questions. Oh, where are you at from? Are you local? Are you here on vacation?
Where are you staying?
Yes, where are you staying? So, oh yeah, this person, as an adult, might be like, oh, that's too much information. What do you want to know? But for a teenager or a young adult,
I just want to meet up with them.
Yes.
They seem like neat people I want to hang out with. Yeah.
I want to make friends. But also bringing that to their attention, like, not all the people have the same intentions or good intentions.
Right.
So maybe if they're on vacation, not saying where they're staying. Oh, are you here with family or are you here with friends?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm with my family.
Yeah.
Or we're just here. We came for the day. Or not giving all the information. Or, oh, where are you staying? Not saying the hotel.
Or what's your room number?
Oh, yes.
You know, I didn't realize, but even the hotel people, they will slip you your phone, your number, your room number. They don't even verbalize it because other people might hear that. So being careful, even with your family members. Oh yeah, we're in room 902. You know.
Yes. So not saying it out loud, maybe sending it in a text.
Right.
So I know when I've traveled with my family, maybe if I go and check in, then others are getting luggage. And instead of saying, hey, we're in room 210, no, just saying, hey, this is the room,
Yeah.
3rd floor, or sending it in a text.
Right.
Because that way, or giving their key, because then the key has the room number.
Right.
Instead of someone else listening to that
Right.
number, that room number.
Yeah.
And I know we're talking about family, but it also makes me think when traveling alone that maybe when people ask, oh, are you here by yourself? Oh, no, I'm with friends. Or are you, how long are you here for?
Right.
Just tonight. Like, we don't have to give the information.
Yeah. Right.
Because why are they asking? Or are you waiting for a ride? No, or do you need a ride? No, I'm waiting for someone.
Yeah.
Even if you're not waiting for someone.
Right.
And maybe telling that to our teens. Maybe our teens went to the store or just are waiting for us and not saying like, oh, I'm waiting for my family. Oh, yeah, I'm waiting for someone. Not saying who they're waiting for.
You could say maybe family because that's broad. But oh, I'm waiting for my mom or my sister. Yeah. Not specific. Yeah.
And also not tagging where you're at.
Yes.
Or tagging, oh, this is the room or this is the hotel. If you're sharing things on social media that I think the younger, like teenagers and young adults, everything is online. They post everything.
Yep.
So being cautious of that.
Right.
Maybe posting after coming back from vacation, which is not the same thing because you want to post at that moment and share. But maybe sharing a text with a friend, like, I really want to show you this picture or send you this picture.
Right.
Or with a family member, like grandparents or other people, like, hey, look, this is what we're doing, instead of pointing it for everyone to see it.
And then afterwards share the visit.
Yes.
Yeah, because I do like looking at people's vacations.
Yes.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
You mentioned about like getting into a vehicle. I'm thinking of Ubers. Oh my gosh, safety around Ubers, of either ride sharing or if you do have to get, because sometimes I know I've had to travel alone, getting in but still being on the phone so that they know I'm talking. Yeah, I'm in the Uber now. That kind of thing, so that you have that safety, again, ride sharing, so that I was first annoyed when that happened, that I was ride sharing with other people, but that's actually a safety thing to do, is to have other people in the car with you.
Yeah, you're not alone. There's more eyes on you.
Yeah.
And also, when let's say if you're gonna get an Uber, if a Uber or Lyft, but I know with Uber, when I've used Uber, checking the tags, and if it's the person in the picture on my app,
Right.
and I can share my location,
Stay aware,
and who, like, I am riding. I got in this car and sending that to someone else.
Right. The coordinates of where you are.
Yeah.
And where you
And
headed
who's
to.
the driver.
Right. Yeah.
That's another way of safety.
Yeah.
And maybe if the tags don't match or the person doesn't match, then I don't get in.
Downsides of technology,
Okay.
real quick.
So, unfortunately, technology sometimes is used by others in the wrong way.
I know.
Not for what it was used
Yeah.
or
Considering
planned.
what we do, yes.
Yes.
We know that.
So, one of the things I didn't mention earlier was AirTags. That's another way to keep track of my things or maybe my little ones that I haven't seen where they're at. But also that AirTags can be sent or put into someone's backpack to
Right.
be tracked, and we don't know.
Right.
But iPhones will let you know if someone's tracking you.
But Androids also have an app that they can do for that.
Yeah,
And I can be notified because I don't have an Apple.
okay, so you will have to download a specific app and look and see if there's an AirTag following you. But also, like I said, with the family locators, that sometimes when it's not it's not safe at home,
Right.
that sometimes that could be used to be tracked as well.
Right.
So being careful of that, and
aware.
also choosing that all of this is information for people to be aware of, and then they choose what to do. Or maybe just like, oh, I might want to do that. I might not want to do this, but I might want to talk to my children about like, hey, safety. What if with my teenager? What if with my little ones? Like all of this is information as what would I want to take from this to use with my family.
And we can travel, and we can be safe, and we can have fun.
Yes.
We just need to do it in a smart way.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Lisa. This is a lot of information.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And I want to thank you for joining us. It's been a lot of information, and I hope you can get some tips. There are things that when Lisa and I were preparing that I've forgotten about, or, ooh, that's a great idea. So I hope you find some of those as well. If you ever need any help with the Life Crisis Center, you can contact us. We do have a hotline. It's available 24 hours a day. And that phone number is 410-749-HELP. Again, the number is 410-749-4357. Also, the National Suicide Hotline is 988. Now, if you don't like to talk but you want to text, we do have that ability as well. And that number is 898-211. You do have to put in your zip code for that one. We have a website, www.lifecrisiscenter.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. There are a lot of ways to reach us. Please, don't feel like you have to do things alone. If you need help, give us a call. I also want to thank PAC 14 for helping to make this show available. Thank you.